Because we do not have an unlimited amount of resources, we have to be careful with how we use it, when we use it, and for what reason we use it. And we have to move from a typical attitude of buy and use to an attitude of use and reuse. Or you could also say we have to move from an attitude of don't worry, be happy, to an attitude of don't waste, be happy. And I think it's important that we change our habits and our attitude in how we make use of the resources, the scarce resources that Earth provides us. Yeah, it's quite logical to move to big examples, to big projects, but I tend to more and more to move to the smaller examples because I think we have to do something ourselves. And if everybody changes habits a little bit for 5% or 10% by maybe buying less plastic, buying less meat, using less resources, if we all change our habits a little bit, we will have an enormous impact if all those 7 or 8 billion people in the world will do that. So I think the difference has to be made not by huge single projects, but by a lot of small projects, everybody with his own scope, with his own sphere of influence. And then it is possible, because changing habits, was a lot of people say, I cannot do it, but COVID has given us a proof, an example that we can change our habits, because everybody had to change habits. And the same rationale should apply to changing our habits around using resources. So do the little things, but let's do it with all of us together. I think we're going to live in 30 years in a country which is even more connected. And connected does not mean connected from the digital perspective, but connected in the sense of connecting different segments, different people, different areas. Because if we want to make more use or more efficient use of the resources that we have, the scarce resources, we have to become aware that sometimes the waste of one segment, of one person, of one area could be the primary resource for the other person, segment, or area. So I think we're going to be more connected to make use and to allow this cross-fertilization and these multiple applications of different resources. So let's be more connected in order to become more efficient in our use of resources.